In the winter of 2016, in the quiet town of Silver Creek, Colorado, a strange case shocked the entire community. Silver Creek was the kind of place where everyone knew each other. Crime was rare, and people felt safe walking outside even late at night. But one cold evening in December, a young woman disappeared in a way that still confuses investigators to this day. Her name was Emily Carter, a 27-year-old nurse who worked at Silver Creek Medical Center. Emily was known for being responsible and hardworking. She lived alone in a small rented house near the edge of town and usually worked late evening shifts at the hospital. On the night of December 14th, Emily finished her shift at around 9:30 p.m. Several co-workers saw her leaving the hospital parking lot and getting into her car. Everything looked completely normal. But Emily never made it home. At first, no one noticed anything unusual. It wasn't until the next morning when Emily didn't show up for work that her co-workers started to worry. Emily was never late and never missed work without calling. Her best friend Laura Bennett tried calling her phone several times, but it went straight to voicemail. That's when Laura contacted the police. Officers went to Emily's house to check on her, but the place was empty. Her car wasn't in the driveway either. Inside the house, everything looked normal. Her bed was neatly made, and nothing seemed disturbed. It was as if she had simply vanished somewhere between the hospital and her home. Detectives began retracing Emily's route home that night. The road she normally took was Route 17, a quiet highway that passed through a wooded area just outside Silver Creek. About 5 miles down Route 17, police discovered something strange. Emily's car was parked on the side of the road. The engine was off, the doors were locked, and the keys were still inside the ignition. But Emily was nowhere to be found. There were no signs of a struggle and no witnesses who saw anything unusual. The case quickly became one of the most confusing disappearances in Silver Creek's history. Detectives searched the nearby woods for days but found nothing. Snow had fallen the night Emily disappeared, covering the ground and making it difficult to find footprints or clues. Then investigators discovered something unexpected. Emily had made a phone call shortly before her car was found. The call lasted only 12 seconds. It was made to a number that no one recognized. Police traced the number and learned that it belonged to a burner phone that had been activated only 2 days earlier. Even stranger, the phone had been used only once, for that single call. Detectives tried to trace the location of the phone during the call. The signal came from somewhere near an abandoned gas station along Route 17. The gas station had been closed for years. Investigators decided to search the area. When they arrived, they noticed something unusual behind the building. Fresh tire tracks in the snow. Someone had been there recently. Inside the abandoned gas station, detectives found old furniture, broken shelves, and dusty equipment. At first, it looked like nothing more than an empty building that had been forgotten for years. But in a small back room, they discovered something chilling. A chair placed in the middle of the room. And next to it, a small digital recorder. When detectives played the recording, they heard something disturbing. It was Emily's voice. She sounded scared. In the recording, Emily said only a few words. "Someone followed me. I think they're still here." Then the recording suddenly stopped. The discovery raised even more questions. Who was following Emily that night? Why did she stop near the abandoned gas station? And most importantly, where did she go afterward? Police began looking into people who knew Emily. One name quickly caught their attention. A man named Nathan Cole. Nathan was a mechanic who worked at a small auto shop near Route 17. He had recently repaired Emily's car just 2 weeks before she disappeared. When detectives interviewed Nathan, he claimed he barely knew Emily and said he had been home the entire night she vanished. But investigators discovered something that made them suspicious. Nathan owned a second phone. And the number of that phone matched the burner phone that Emily had called. When police returned to Nathan's house to question him again, he was gone. His house was empty. His car was missing. And his phone had been turned off. Nathan Cole disappeared the same day police started looking for him. Despite an extensive search across several states, Nathan was never found. To this day, Emily Carter's disappearance remains unsolved. Some people in Silver Creek believe Nathan Cole was responsible. Others think there may have been someone else involved. But one thing still puzzles investigators. If Emily knew someone was following her, why did she stop her car on Route 17? And who was she trying to call in those final 12 seconds? Even now, late at night, drivers on Route 17 sometimes claim they see an old abandoned gas station in the darkness. And some say that if you stop there after midnight, you might hear a phone ringing somewhere inside the empty building. But when you try to answer it, no one is there.